All right, we're good. Whew. Sorry, folks. Everybody hear me? Oh, I have both audio inputs. That's not good. That's better. Wig tonight. Yeah, the wig still needs some work. I was running out of time trying to get it to cooperate with me. But yeah, it's here. Whew. Oh boy. Emma's already screaming. Okay. First things first. Cheers, everybody. This moving my hair out of the way in order to do anything is friggin' mood tonight. Ah! Oh no. Oh, what did I do? I'm ruining everything. Okay. All right. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? I have had a very busy week, but I am here now. Oh, Rachel, that's really great to hear that you got the apartment. Oh, that's awesome. Super excited to hear that. Congratulations. So, to kick off tonight, just a reminder for those of you who already know and to inform those of you who don't, there is a handy little bit tracker bar right over here. There we go, right over here. And the whole thing of that is, right now, on the Ghost in the Machine, which is our Wednesday show, our D&D live play, we've had a lot of positive reaction to Turtles, to specifically Matthew Foreman, our DM, who played a turtle in a Variant Roles series of games. Oh, Kyle! Kyle's giving turtle bits. Thank you so much. Anyway, he was so beloved as that turtle character that he decided if we reached a certain goal of viewers during an episode of Ghost in the Machine, he would just bring in the turtle NPC, just shoehorn him in. Just Kool-Aid Man style, and it was amazing. We all loved it. You all loved it so much that you asked for an all-turtle one-shot. Well, that's what this bar is all about. If we get to 10,000 bits, I will run an all-turtle one-shot, and it will be set in Edda. On Friday, just this past Friday, I worked with all of you to kind of create the turtles to see what kind of turtle characters would be in this one shot. So today, I think what we should do today is talk about, let's see, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you folks want to talk about first? Should we talk about what the goal should be for this one shot? What they need to achieve? Hi Chris. Oh my gosh, I'm saying hi to, okay. Hi Shad, hi Chris, hi Kyle, Rachel, Emma's here. Who else have I seen in here? Matt, obviously. Matt, who is wonderful. I think that's everybody who's been active since I've sat down and been doing this. Okay. Yes, recurring character, Chris. Chase said one phrase. Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, happy you could join us, Shad. Okay, so what are we talking about today, folks? I think we should talk about, for the turtles, what is the primary objective that these turtles are going to have to achieve in this one shot? I like how Rachel is counting how many times Chase talks in chat. Chase is probably going to be popping out of chat pretty soon. If he does, that's okay. He's got things to tend to around the house, and I appreciate him doing it. If he doesn't, that's also fine. There's a vial of pseudonatural material that made them. Some kind of ooze. No. Nope. Not as such. They all come from different places, and they are all turtles. Not mutant turtles. Based on what Matthew has wanted for the lore. They're all existing turtles from somewhere else. I mean, they do need to have pizza. That's pretty obvious. But that's a good point, Kyle. They definitely do need to have some pizza. Maybe, oh yes. Here we go. Healing potions will be in the form of pizza. They'll have healing pizzas. Slices of za. And instead of basic, greater, etc., it will be things like one slice, a quarter of a pie. Yeah, an eighth, a quarter, a half, and a whole pie. That's it. There it is, folks. Healing pizzas. Healing pizzas. Oh, or regular large party sized. That could work too. I'll have to test that out. See what I like better. So yeah. Spread the word to all those who are not here now that we will do the turtle one shot when we reach 10,000 bits. All magical potions are pizzas. Different toppings have different effects. That's an interesting idea too, Rachel. Interesting. Alright. I need to fix this necklace. It's driving me crazy. Clasp on it broke, so I basically just have to tie it. Oddly enough. There we go. Oh, thanks, Shad. Potion of Dragon's Breath would have to be super spicy with peppers. Yeah. Oh, Emma, I don't know why it's snowing. That's not even fair. That's not cool. All right. I'm looking too far away from you folks. I'm gonna move where my chat is. Excuse me while I reorganize my life. What is sparking joy? Okay. Yeah, I hear you being over the winter. Right, can you see my face okay through this hair? Or does it not even matter? Can I just look at these sleeves? Look at these sleeves. How do you not love sleeves like this? Just all the time. That's right, you can see the wig. I guess you don't need to see the face. Good call, Kyle. Aw, Emma, thanks. And Emma, you are so sweet. Deep dish pizza is like effects that have long duration or large effects. Interesting. All right, Emma, I concede that we are both sweet. Done. I am drinking a sweet wine today. It was left over from my sister-in-law's baby shower. And I felt like it was appropriate for the Goblin King somehow. Drink some sweet wine. Ooh. See, I like porters, Kyle, but I'm not a huge fan of the imperial variety of porters because I'm not a huge fan of hoppy beers, and imperials tend to be more hoppy. At least in my limited beer experience. Hawaiian pizza. Oh, hi, Inara. Hi, baby. What are you doing? I'm just talking to chat, and Inara's over there. My little kitten. She's just meowing at me. Okay, I'm gonna close this so that you don't try to get in there. Hi, honey. What's going on? Inara's coming to hang out, folks. Move this so that maybe she wants to sit. Nope. She'll probably sit over here. Hi, baby. You want to cuddle? Well, you can't cuddle right now, but you can cuddle later. She's here, I promise. She's just under the table. Hi. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody at home? Do you want to say hello to everybody, honey? Come here. She's like, no, not right now. She's a little bit shy, folks. That's good, Kyle. That particular porter wasn't too hoppy. Yeah. Okay. What did I see about Hawaiian pizza? Hawaiian pizza that also gives a charge of prestidigitation upon consumption. See, I think we have differences in opinion on Hawaiian pizza. Just inherent differences. For me, I hate pineapple, and pineapple has no place on a pizza. Hi, honey. Come on up here. Come here. Oh, she was just here. God damn. Yeah. Okay, I missed something. Chris is saying, currently dying in Skyrim. But no one's there. Yeah, Emma, multi-end of the spectrum is quite a lovely phrase. Nice turn of phrase there, Kyle. Oh, nice, Rachel. Glad you're back with your cocoa. Very nice. I had some hot cocoa earlier today. I love hot cocoa. I have to try not to go overboard on it because it's not great to load up on dairy if you're going to be singing. It's not great for your vocal cords to coat them in mucus. Which dairy does. Dairy does. Alright, we're on my endless search for heat. Alright, so what are these turtles, what do they need to do? What task do they need to achieve? Do they need to retrieve an artifact? Do they need to defend a location? Do they need to seek out something? Yeah, Chris. No cheese. Stay away from milk. All the dairy. Just don't do it. Don't do the dairy. A singer's life. It also sucks because I really, really love pudding. And it's like, nope, can't have that either. Chocolate pudding is where it's at, folks. Oh my gosh. I just realized that my wig is really coming into frame. I'm so sorry. Is the music volume loud enough? I feel like it's not loud enough. It's getting louder now. Oh, your hot cocoa doesn't have dairy. Okay, that's nice. Is it too loud, Kyle? Hey, Kyle, why not both? My ideal stream is where you can hear me and the music. In my opinion, music makes streams all that much better. Emma is dancing nonetheless. There we go. Okay, so powdered hot chocolate, Rachel, often will have, if you're talking powdered hot chocolate or powdered cocoa, because powdered hot chocolate often has milk in it. It's just dehydrated and powdered. So, usually even those will have some dairy in them. All the things that you learn about ingredients when you have food restrictions or allergies. Which I have both. Luckily, the dairy restriction is self-imposed. It's not a complete restriction. Questing turtles. Oh. I will have to check that out, Chris. I'm gonna write that down before it disappears in chat. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can get some heat. Let's see. What else? What else do we have going on in chat? I can't get it bigger. Unfortunately, it's a little hard for me to read. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Oat milk cocoa. See, I couldn't see that earlier. I need to try some oat milk. That's what I need to try. Good call, Emma. Because I cannot have a lot of milk alternatives, a lot of dairy alternatives. Because I have a nut allergy. Yeah, nut allergy. I have a tree nut and a peanut allergy, so I can't do things like almond milk or I think cashew milk is a thing. Yeah, I can't do that. Soy milk, nope. Can't eat anything that's got soy. So that's a problem. Because soy is in everything, especially in the US. I don't know about everywhere else, but in the US it's like, yeah, we're gonna subsidize soybean crops. And now soy is in everything because it's cheaper. Lord forbid we cut into our profit margins so that people with soy allergies can eat things. Gotcha. That's too bad, Rachel. Yeah, for me, I end up just drinking a lot of tea. A lot of water, a lot of tea. It's another thing. If I'm going to be singing, I also stay away from the alcohol. So, you know I'm not singing tomorrow. Or today, really. Just a bit on stream. See, Rachel, the way you're obsessed with ice cream, I'm obsessed with pudding. chocolate pudding. It's so good. So turtles. Turtles, turtles, turtles. How many times can I say turtles very quickly? I don't know. Search for heat. Oh, Sasha's downstairs now too. That's just lovely. Should we talk? Okay, what do you folks want to talk about? Should we talk about what they need to do, or what kind of baddie they need to fight? What kind of interference they're gonna run into? Yeah, the turtles are all from different places. So we talked about the turtles on Monday. How about this? I'll recap what we talked about on Friday, I mean. So we have 4 turtles. They are all some version of monk. They are all level 8. And one is like the anchor. It's, that turtle will be full monk. All 8 levels in open hand monk. They all also, depending, all the turtles have become monks to kind of seek inner solace, atonement, and, or what is the word that I'm looking for? They're all seeking some form of atonement. So they are looking for inner peace and like an alternative to what has not worked for them in life. So, Kyle says adolescent altered monk turtles. I guess depending on how old we're going to say turtles live and how old they are, we could call them adolescent. But I think that they're all basically adults. So we have the one that's the anchor. They've been a monk on that particular island where this will take place the longest, and they've been training to... Oh, altered awakened monk turtles. How about that? We can drop adolescent out of there because I think they're all adult. But they all, yep, like I was saying. Let me focus on instead of getting distracted. I'll try to focus for you folks. We have the anchor. We have like another turtle who is a wild magic sorcerer. I think we said 2 levels of wild magic sorcerer. I think 2 or 3? No, 3. And then the rest will be Way of the 4 Elements remastered monk. And they are, they'll have like a haunted one background. And they will be seeking self-control over the magics that are innate within them. Because they will have, they are haunted by the past, basically, of what happened because of the magic that they were unable to control. So some sort of catastrophe, a lot of people dying, or maybe just a loved one that they hurt and couldn't fix. But something terrible happened in their lives, and their magic was directly responsible for what happened. And they seek out this monk life. Monk life is good life. They seek out this life of solace and study to kind of hone their own self-discipline and learn how to control their innate wild magic. So that's one. That's the second turtle. Then we have a gunslinger Kensai monk. No, they didn't choose the monk life. You're right, Kyle. The monk life chose them. So we have this gunslinger who was kind of trying to instill some sort of discipline in a world, or trying to be like the sheriff, be the hero, but it did not go well for them, and it just turned into more and more destruction, that sort of thing. So they turn away from this life of trying to be a sheriff or trying to be like a folk hero, which did not pan out, and they go in search of the inner peace of monk life. Again, they didn't choose the monk life. What was the last one? I've got my notes here. Oh, that's right. We've got the goth turtle. We have the grave cleric turtle, who, because of the way the magics work in Ghost in the Machine, we decided that their magic is beginning to leave them. They are unable to do things like bring someone back from the dead that they cared about, or save someone with healing magics, because their healing magics have started to fail because of the way magic is working in the world and what's happening. So they turn to the monk life, but their flavor of monkdom is the way of the long death. So a little bit of a darker take, but doesn't necessarily have to be evil, even though there's some sort of like, there's a lot of heavy like flavor and implication that there might be some evilness there with Way of the Long Death in particular. But, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. I love how Emma is super excited for the goth turtle. That makes me happy. And all these turtles have this rat folk master. So Matt's idea with this lore was to make it inherently, like, at the offset, just inherently silly. But it's by the end of you learning about all this stuff, it becomes like so you cannot do anything but take it seriously. Is Matt's idea for it there. So yeah, those are the 4 turtles. And let's see, what do we want? So what do you folks want to talk about then for the one-shot? Let's design some of this one-shot that we have upcoming, should we get to the bit goal. You got the idea from Moulin Rouge, Matt? Which idea in particular? The idea that it would start off just inherently silly, but eventually by the end you have to take it serious? Or what? I might have missed when you put that in chat. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay. It's interesting that you say that, Matt, because the first time I saw Moulin Rouge, I was not the sort to really cry at movies or anything like that. But that movie had me bawling. Oh, a great old one is about to erupt into the world and only these 4 can stop them. Ooh, Kyle. I mean, so the way that could work, Matt, you tell me if I'm wrong here. The way that might be able to work is if there's some void incursion. What do you think, Matthew? A void incursion? Or, yeah, oh. I wonder if they're high enough level to deal with something like that. Oh, okay. So Kyle suggested that a great old one is about to erupt into the world, and only these 4 turtles can stop that. And I asked if maybe there was if that could work in the way of some sort of void incursion. So that's what I said, Matt. Rachel, you don't need to know a lot about the Ghost in the Machine. You can just... Because ultimately, what we want to do is create a fun one-shot. And you need the building blocks of that. And then from the building blocks, I can adapt that to the lore of the Ghost in the Machine. Oh, hey, Grog Mastersons. How's it going? Right, exactly, Kyle. Just throw shit against the wall and we'll see what sticks. So void stuff, yeah. That could be really interesting. I like it. And it fits in with the larger themes of the Ghost in the Machine. So all Kyle said was, maybe there's a great old one that's about to erupt into the world and you have to fix it. You have to stop it. And so then I apply that idea to the way the Ghost in the Machine, the world works. Oh, I've been busy. But it's been good. Been going well. Thanks, Grogmaster. Yeah, Emma, void stuff is pretty good. A voidling known as the Shredder that has merged with parts of the Great Machine. Done. It's happening. That's our big bad. That's our big bad. It's gonna have, like, these tentacle things, and they will have insane blades on the end of them. A shredder in the machine. That's right. It will be a shredder in the machine. This is gonna be great. So we'll have fun with this one shot. But it will also kind of have some seriousness to it. It's really great. Matthew, you don't want to experience the hell that you put your players through? What is this? I thought you try to give your players the greatest experience. Don't you want the same experience you give your players? I'm trying to do this for you, Matthew. Let me do this for you, Matthew. Come on. You're gonna fight this voidling because I say so. Emma volunteers as tribute. And Kyle wants to seduce the voidling. Matt, you won't be busy that day. I'm gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna bring Ginger over to my house. And you're gonna have to come over here to get her. You know she'll come with me. She loves me. We have some heat. Yeah. Haven't seen Kyle's sweet moves to seduce the voidling. Oh, Shad asked a question. Let's find it. Oh, is the Great Machine a Western steampunk equivalent of the Borg? Matthew is the one who's going to have to answer that for you. It's Matthew's world. I'm just kind of playing in it. Well, Emma has decided that the Cajun King Welch must be there. And Matt says, no, it's not the equivalent of the Borg. So there's that. And Kyle is intrigued by the Cajun King. Kyle, are you aware that when we say the Cajun King, well, when Emma said the Cajun King, she's referring to Welch, which was Matt's turtle. So, Shad, the Great Machine and the Void are two distinctly different things. I'm going to speak a little bit to what I know so far. Matt can correct me and add in as he needs to, but also orally is great. Orly does need a hug, you're right. Yeah. So the Great Machine is kind of a creation myth in the world of Edda. The world of the Ghost in the Machine. It's kind of this. Matt can embellish on that a bit more, if he would like to. But essentially, it's what I know of it is that the Great Machine, is a sort of creation myth. So just the way that we have a bunch of different creation myths in our own mythos that differ between cultures, in some parts of the world, the Great Machine is their creation myth. It is gonna be hell trying to put my headphones on over this wig, I just realized. Well, not just realized, I'm just thinking about it again now. Are they conflicting or non-caring of each other, Shad asks. Let me see. When you say they... Oh, okay, because I was saying that the Great Machine and the Void are separate things. So from what I understand, and Matt can correct me for whatever, but from what I understand, the Great Machine and the Void are kind of at odds. And I guess the machine is a means to controlling the Void, if there is any way of controlling the Void. Or the machine is used to keep the Void at bay. Something along those lines. But from what I understand, they are contrary to each other, essentially. Emma has been studying my hair, trying to come up with a mathematical solution for the placement of my headset. And she's got nothing. Godspeed. And Chris says that I look like David Bowie in Labyrinth. Ding ding! That's exactly what I'm going for. I am playing in a game after this stream. I'm going to be on Variant Roles, which is a different Twitch channel. And I'm going to be playing Jareth, the Goblin King. But instead of going for like an exact representation cosplay, I just went for, just another look for Bowie, another look for the Goblin King. So I just wanted something that was very Bowie-esque, very Jareth-esque. Hence the hair and the makeup and everything. So that's why I went with like different color hair and different color eye makeup, but it's all in the same basic styles. And I'm wearing a different shirt, but it's all basically the same stuff. So thank you so much, Chris, because that's exactly what I was going for. And I do take that as a compliment, and a very high one at that, because I have great love for David Bowie, and great love for the Labyrinth. Metaphors for lawfulness and chaos. Yes, yes. There we go. Yeah. That's what I wasn't able to really put into words today. The void is, like Matthew was saying, it cannot be reasoned with. It cannot be bargained with. It cannot be seduced, for instance. All these things. So yeah. But the machine brings order. Yeah. If anything, the void is almost see. Yeah, so that's why when Kyle brought up a great old one, I likened that to having a voidling incursion, that sort of thing. Because to me, and I'm sure that they're not one-to-one, but to me, that's what I think of in the Ghost in the Machine world, in Edda, in that lore, when you say something like a great old one. I think of things like voidlings and other void creatures, and I think, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that the void, that creatures like aboliths and mind flayers come from the void. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Turtles break into the machine. I love it. Oh, I love it. Pink Floyd says hi. Yeah. There is a dream world, and we have seen it. We have also seen what lives in the dream world to an extent, because the world of dreams and the world of nightmares can join. To answer your question, Emma. And Gilly has seen some of this nightmarescape, some of this nightmare world. She has been confronted by 3 individuals that absolutely terrify the living daylights out of her. And they are constantly, ever since Glitch was taken from her, ever since her significant other, her current SO, ever since he was taken from her by the current archvillain, one of the current archvillains, I'll say. She took him away, and ever since then, Glitch has been tormented by these creatures of nightmare. It's really terrible. Okay, slow down, Emma. If they have to venture into one or both of those planes, real dark, real fast. Yes, that would be really on brand. You're right, Matt. You know, why not both things? Why don't we have the one shot, and then with the ghost, wait, sorry, not the ghost, with the turtles break into the machine, deal with the void, that whole shtick. And then we can do another. Oh, you think I can fit both things into 4 hours, Matt? Do Dream World and do the Return to Space? Oh, that makes sense. We were in the dream world there. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, Matt. Now that makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't put that together before. But it makes so much sense because of Eurysidrill and everything. Right. We were in a dream constructed by Selena's guilt, merged with Eurysidrill's power. That makes so much sense. Bye, Rachel. It was so nice having you hang out. That's really interesting, Matt. I love it. That the chains that we broke in that dreamscape were both Selena's and Eurysidrill's. That Selena let go of part of her guilt that day. Damn. Damn. Hitting us with the deep shit, Matthew. The Jeep memes. Alright, I've got to keep an eye on the time to make sure that I do not miss call for Dungeon of the Mad Mage after this. No, it's funny. Both cats were down here meowing at me earlier, and neither one of them is up here now. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And I really wish that I had heat here. Alright, so Matt thinks that I should fit both things into one shot. That we should do Dream World, and we should do The Void. This is very different than what I would have constructed on my own, but I don't hate it at all. Woo! So the Dream World, then. So how do we fit the Dream World in with the machine? Not the machine, with the Void. Alright, I guess that's what's happening in this one shot. We're going to go to the Dream World, and we're going to deal with the Void. Oh, the Void leaking into the Dream World. Or vice versa, and it's terrifying. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, boy. Ooh. Oh, Matt, is your brain churning the way that mine is right now? Because, ooh. That is terrifying. Maybe the King of Nightmares is, ooh. Matt would have to speak to this a little bit more, maybe. Or I guess it could always just be a different faction within the Nightmare Court, or whatever that is called. 4 turtles need to go on a redemption journey together. They begin in their dreams, exploring their separate paths of atonement, only to be ruined by the Void. Because that's what the Void does. Yeah. So first they're going to have to deal with something of the nightmares. They'll have to deal with something a little lower on the threat range. Your first little, like, shake-up. Your first little... Yeah, the first thing to tell you, this might not go as planned. And their nightmare things need to feed on each of the fears of those turtles. That's what needs to be. You start with a trauma, that's right, Matt. You gotta start with the trauma. So, okay, let's write this down. So we're gonna start Redemption Quest. Here we go. Redemption Dream Quest. You're going to be nightmares. Fueled by individual trauma. And then they'll be continuing on this redemption dream quest. And the Void will wreck their day. Ooh, I can't spell Rex. All right. Well, that's the basic layout. We did it. We did it, folks. We did it. Emma says, okay, Matt is saying, oh God, yes, to all of that. And then gay snapping. Thank you. Fantastic. It would be cool, Emma says, if they were all together in their dreams, but they each had a different task or puzzle that only they can solve, but will need the assistance of others. Yes, I agree, and I think that not only is it like a different task or puzzle that only they can solve, but it's something that only they, through personal growth based on their personal traumas, specific to them. It will need them to grow in a way specific to them in order to solve that particular part of the puzzle or unlock that particular part of the quest. And it might manifest in the way of a puzzle unlocking when they do that. Yes. Yes. There we go. Yeah. So these things that they have to work through can manifest in different ways and might manifest like a puzzle. Yes, part of themselves that they need to forgive or resolve. For instance, the sorcerer needs to learn to forgive themselves for the inability to control the power within them. See, I don't know enough WoW to really comment on that. This is great. We're developing quite a lot here, folks. I'm here for it. I love it. Okay, I think I've got maybe 10 more minutes to spend here with you folks before I need to get off of here and get upstairs and get ready for the lovely next session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Interesting. Thank you, Matt. Matt is informing me. I'm learning. The Mists of Pandaria expansion is all about confronting inner turmoil and nightmares. Shahs. Okay, cool. And flaws, the things that manifest themselves, like the Shah of Fear, the Shah of Pride. Cool. Very cool. Traumatic ghost apparitions, Chris says, of the past are slipping into your dreams. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening here. That's really cool, Matt. Hi, Wonky. Yep, I got a wig. I need to do some more work with it. It's not quite where I want it to be, but it's getting there. It's big. It's doing the trick. Shapes and appears differently for everyone who plays depending on the choices that they make. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Emma, like that what they are fighting looks different depending on, yeah, that it looks different for each turtle because of their different traumas. Yeah, that would be really great. I think that will have to come into play. Oh. What if... Okay, Matthew, you're going to hate me for this. And you're going to love me for this. We've seen a voidling be able to utilize the machine in order to empower itself and become more of a force of destruction. What if there's a voidling who has learned how to utilize nightmares? That is the big bad. And that particular void creature looks different to each of the turtles. That's where it is, folks. That's where it is, folks. I'm writing that down too. There's a void creature who has learned how to utilize nightmares. Yes. This is beautifully terrifying and I love it. Oh, this is so good. Voidling has learned to utilize nightmares and it will manifest differently for each turtle. Ah. This is so good. This is so good. I am so excited for this. This is, ooh, I have chills. Oh, this is so great. This is so great. Yes, exactly. It works as a classic 5-room dungeon. That's right. 4 rooms of reflected horror, 1 for each turtle, and then the 5th room of an amalgam of horror. That's right. That's right. And yes, rooms being abstract, absolutely. There's some inherent thing that you'll have to deal with for each individual turtle. And then they all deal with the thing at the end equally. Yes. Ooh, folks. This is really good. I'm feeling really good about this. Yes. Yes to all of what this is. I love that now we're having conversation about 5-room dungeons. Kyle is saying that the thing about them is they're not necessarily rooms or dungeons, and sometimes it's not even in 5s, but it still works. It's just a different face, Matt says. It's just a different face of the same incredibly powerful voidling nightmare creature. So then the payoff is there in a big way. Yes, exactly. You gotta defeat the thing like 5 times, and each time it's different. Or it has learned to send different nightmare creatures after it. Yeah, I like that. I think it has learned to kind of manifest nightmares the same way you would maybe conjure a demon or summon a devil. I think both things have merit. I'm not sure which way to go yet. I feel like the latter, what I just said, is probably the way to go because of the way, like the foot soldiers are and everything in cartoons and stuff like in TMNT. And in a lot of different comic books and comic book based cartoons, you have the foot soldiers that the big bad throws at you, and then you have the lieutenants that the big bad throws at you, and then you have to deal with the big bad. Emma says it would be cool if you actually did pull some from the mists. Oh, from the raid fights with different planes. This might be interesting. Yeah, I'd have to rely on you folks for that information because I don't know anything about that. I'm gonna find heat again. The quest for heat. Okay, we've accomplished a lot today. Maybe not with this, but we've accomplished a lot in the one-shot creation, which is great. Thank you again, Kyle, for your donation of bits. It's really great. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. To my heart hands. And since I put that down, I can get myself more wine. More wine. Like I said, this was left over from the baby shower. Hence the gigantic ass bottle. No, I don't normally buy those for myself. If I did, I would own it, you know me. During that one fight, Emma says, you're all transported to fight Garrosh Hellscream. I might have said that wrong. In a nightmare Shaw world, and then you return back and Garrosh is a little bit stronger, a bit more Shaw-touched, like more corrupted. Kyle, yeah. The only reason I would ever apologize for a bottle of wine being very large is if you can't get through it before it goes bad. Because that's just a waste of wine. We don't want that. We don't want that. And sometimes you have to be responsible and not drink an entire gigantic bottle of wine before it goes bad. I do have several bottle openers, though. I used to carry a wine key in my purse so that I always had a bottle opener for beer or soda bottles and wine bottles. I used to carry that in my purse back when I was a server. And then I carried it in my purse for a while after that, and I have stopped doing that. But I really should get another one to carry in my purse. I tend to carry a couple of really, tend to carry a lot of things that most people don't necessarily carry anymore, and they come in pretty handy. For instance, matches came in handy this weekend. I was at my niece's birthday party, and nobody had a lighter to light the candles for the cake. Your girl had matches. Not just one, but 2 matchbooks. Kyle and Emma throwing shade at Matthew for not having a wine opener. Oh, hey, Chris, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Trying to heart hands without burning myself. Thank you so much. Folks, we are 9% of the way there. Spread the word. Whew. Okay, all right. I think it's been about the 10 minutes that I said I was going to continue. It has been a very great evening hanging out with all of you and talking about this Turtle one-shot that we'll be running. We have some really good ideas. This was really good. Friday was really good, figuring out who the turtles are. And today has been really great, figuring out what this one shot really, the big overarching pieces of it, and the villain that they have to fight. Ooh, this is gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Oh, I'm so excited for this. All right, I have to go upstairs. I have to get ready for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Everybody, please come back around and hang out for Dungeon of the Mad Mage on variant rolls tonight. It will be in just under an hour at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And again, that's over on variant rolls. It will be really great. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be playing Jareth again, and it's going to be fantastic, and I'm so excited. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I will see you all on Friday. We will do some more of all of this. But until then, I love you all. Later, witches.